Fact is, we are in a situation today where the puppet masters are on the verge of successfully implementing their mass control plan. And it basically consists of 3 big phases. Phase 1, implement modern day slavery. And they already successfully completed this phase through debt and through the second mass control tool that I'll reveal during our second episode of Digital Renaissance. Phase 2, silencing. And historically, whenever a group of people try to control entire nations, there's always a few individuals who stand up against it. If they get enough momentum, a revolution starts. And the puppet masters are well aware of this risk, and the best way to avoid it from happening is by making sure that no one hears these individuals. Basically, deplatforming. And we can all clearly see this is the phase of the plan that they're currently in. And the final phase, complete control. And this is where an era of total government control and surveillance begins. And it all starts with their social credit system, which sets the stage for legal government surveillance of its citizens, total control over your bank accounts and purchases, and internet access. They will even be able to take away your ability to travel. And if they manage to get to the final phase, well then welcome to an era of total surveillance and tyranny. They will be able to force you to comply with their agenda, because if you don't, they just shut off your money. And that'll be the end of people speaking up for themselves. They would have successfully silenced everyone. It'll be the end of our ability to question things and do what we believe is right for us and the people around us. And if we don't step up and stop this from happening, the next, God knows how many centuries, are not going to look very pretty for any of us. And the puppet masters already have their puppets in place. I mean, look, let's be honest, the US is governed by a senior citizen who can barely put together coherent sentences by himself.
$700 billion and $1.3 billion.
The prices of food, water, and gas have reached all-time highs, and all the government is doing is printing more dollars, which, as we all know, just makes the situation even worse. And the UK almost collapsed multiple times in the last few weeks until the Bank of England stepped in. There's nothing in the pensions, the pound is wrecked, and it will go into hyperinflation soon. And yeah, sure, the government is subsidizing energy costs because it reached a point where regular citizens can't even afford it anymore. But look, at the end of the day, who do you think pays for that long term? And it's not just the UK. It's all around Europe. There's a gas and energy crisis spreading across the whole continent due to the conflict, and people are about to have to choose between heating or electricity.